Хорошо, поговорим сначала с этой цветочницей.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
Не, спасибо, не надо.
No thanks.
Я
Very
угадал.
good, it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to.
О, да, так.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fix it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Типичная
How long has
ситуация.
Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months, she's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The
Да
only
уж.
reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Ха.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle Collard?
No, monsieur.
Ну ладно.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
Это нам тоже не
And
надо.
the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
Не,
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Что-то печально как-то. Я не думаю, что насчет этого стоит ее спрашивать. Возможно, вот насчет носа накладного.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
Ладно. Вот это.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
Это.
What can you tell me
Ну,
about
тоже
this
вряд ли,
material?
да?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Ну ладно, на всякий случай.
What do you make of this tool?
Is it something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
See you
Ну
later.
ладно.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Милая бабулька, кстати, очень даже ничего. Так, короче, никакие цветы мы не взяли, и никакое впечатление мы не... Возможно, это к лучшему. Вообще-то не нужны нам цветы никакие. Мы пришли по делу.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock. Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nico. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not gonna do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy.
Ну да, так и есть,
In three
походу.
different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone.
А,
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
угу.
Did you live with your father?
Yes. My mother went off with her new boyfriend. I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Угу.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arnaud Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mime to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cauchon.
You know,
Oh.
I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
И
I don't
правильно.
blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Что-то... Давай повеселить что-нибудь.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
Что
You're not
случилось?
interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but... Well, I had a job to do. I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Отлично, у нас новая зацепка появилась. Что у них с голосами произошло? Их в другом помещении начали записывать, в каком-то, как будто они сами чуть ли не в канализации.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
О, обратно нормально.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint. Like
Ah.
actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Он выбросит, надеюсь.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed a film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made.
Ну-ка, что там?
Look what that guy is wearing.
Checkered pants.
Да,
The same material as I found in the sewer.
тот же материал, что от пиджака.
This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
Scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
Скорее полумесяца, а не подковы. Окей, у нас новая... У нас фотография. Что
How come
обсудить?
you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Вот именно. Что-то больно много о себе возомнил
I
уже.
have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Так, ну отлично. У нас теперь есть... У нас теперь есть
It was
фотография.
Nico's photograph of the man we suspected of killing Plantar.
Угу. Так, хорошо. Ты не собираешься избавиться от этой
It was
гадости?
the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Так выкинь ее нафиг. Или она все-таки нужна? Так, окей. Окей, Париж в погоне за клоном. Сходил в гости к Нико. Оказывается, ее редактор отказался публиковать статью. Похоже, какие-то важные шишки были убиты клоунами и пингвидами, а полиция все замалчивает. Совсем не таких каникул я ожидал. Внутри клоунского носа было название магазина маскарадных костюмов. Неплохая зацепка. А Нико не глупа. Когда я показала ей кусок ткани, который нашел во дворе, она дала мне фотографию с места преступления. На ней изображен мужчина, выходящий из двора. На нем брюки из той же ткани и шрам в виде полумесяца на лице. Окей, отлично. Так, и мы теперь идем... Мы теперь идем узнать... А куда мы идем? Сюда? Так, мы можем пойти в полицейский участок. Нужно ли нам в полицейский участок? Я не думаю пока. Нам вот сюда нужно. Окей. Нет, там можно было...
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. But in these four walls, fantasy is king.
Ну
I
заметно.
don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
Have you heard of a man named Plantar?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Да.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
Так. С куском ткани, наверное, лучше прийти с Нико, правильно?
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
Это как бы логично.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Вот, есть. И...
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Ну-ка.
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Так, все-таки тряпка оказалась весьма полезная.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face.
Yes.
He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Ну, это явно не настоящее его имя. И все, да?
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Ах ты сволочь, какого черта?
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
О, боже. Он чокнутый, что ли? Вот это хотел рассмотреть. О боже, выключи. Нет, нет, нет,
It was
выключи.
an antique phonograph, the kind you have to wind by hand.
И зачем он тебе? Так, у нас здесь что-нибудь новое есть? Так, отлично. Мужик с фотографией Нико купил грим в лавке и взял на прокат 2 костюма. Эльфа Шеймуса и клоуна Базо. По всей видимости, он называет себя Хан. Я иду по его следу. Отлично. Возможно, нам все-таки нужно наведаться в полицию. Возможно... Блин, ну они там такие идиоты. Они же вообще ничего не хотят знать. Я правильно понимаю? Так, Рюжари — это где Нико живет, правильно? Нам нужно попробовать в полицейский участок ходить. Мы здесь еще ни разу не были. Так, это на выход. Так, ну опять вот этот... Это тот же чувак стоит? Нет, наверное, нет.
It was Rosso's sidekick, Sergeant
А,
Nikko.
да, это он действительно. Припевал Руссо.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Давай поболтаем еще.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Ну да.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
А, то есть он даже за ним... Секунду, ну-ка.
Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Я хотела вот эту быстренько
Did he say what
посмотреть.
it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Блин, он мог бы за это время успеть глянуть в эту книгу. Он мог бы успеть.
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
But of course, Doctor, my mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked. He was pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
Что?
But
Have been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Короче говоря, их... Это, блин, кто-то за этим стоит, кто-то в каких-то верхах и руководит, чтобы никто этим не занимался.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Don't you want to know what I found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
А где мои... А я не могу продолжить разговор? У меня же здесь было... Блин, серьезно?
So long, Inspector.
Блин, я думала, что там можно будет продолжить. Ладно,
Do you
с
know a
этим
man
продолжим.
named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Ну
Yes.
да.
I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Почему я не могла вот этому рассказать? Ну ладно.
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Блин, какой здесь юмор классный в этой игре.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
Мне нравится испытывать его терпение.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
See you later, Sergeant.
Прикольно. Так. Нико была права, полиция замалчивает убийство. Инспектор Рассо отказался говорить о происшествии и сказал, что его отстранили от расследования. Похоже на какой-то заговор. Да, мне тоже кажется, что это похоже на какой-то заговор. Чего?
It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
Так, давай не будем так прикалываться над ним. Что вот это?
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
И все? Ну ладно, тогда пошли отсюда. Так, ну хорошо. О, у нас полицейский участок стал серый, значит, там делать действительно больше нечего. Ну, может быть, возле кафе что-нибудь посмотреть? Так, по телефону. Попробую Нико, конечно, позвонить. Как минимум рассказать ей о том, что полицейского Блин, а зачем мне этот портной? Мы же уже пробовали с ним разговаривать. Ну, конечно, можно попробовать еще раз, но...
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
The man I'm looking for.
А,
is
вот,
called
новыми
Khan.
сведениями.
He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Отлично, у нас новые сведения есть. Ура! Еще раз позвонил портному Тодрику. Он наконец рассказал, что знает. Мужика с костюмом действительно звали Хан. Он остановился в отеле Убю. Я подбираюсь к нему все ближе и ближе. Черт возьми. Отлично. Здесь нам делать особо... Ну, я, конечно, схожу сюда, но так просто проверить, убедиться, что здесь... Так, он же не будет это опять все по новой открывать, серьезно. Да. Ну, хватит, ты уже пробовал это делать. Перестань. Опять будешь открывать? Да. Ну, ты вообще балбес. Серьезно. Зачем ты шаришься по мусоркам опять?
There was nothing of interest.
Ну вот и хорошо. Так, ты же не хочешь спускаться или хочешь? Да ладно. Ты опять хочешь спускаться?
The cover was too heavy and...
Не, все, я думаю, что там нам больше делать нечего, и... все. Короче говоря, мы теперь можем поехать, добраться до отеля. Вот он, отель Убю. Окей. Блин, здесь... Ну-ка.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
No,
I've seen
нет.
daytime television that was funnier.
I love
No.
it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard spice, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Чего?
You ever meet a guy called Plantow?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
Ну ладно.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No. I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Ну ладно.
Maybe not. Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
Shake my hand.
Nah.
Oh, rats. See you later.
Not if you see me first.